Chief 3BC and Lowo Obisesan. I'm a lawyer by profession. I'm an historian and a teacher by virtue of my training.
So quickly tell us, how was your growing up like? Your childhood, what was it like? Was it like the usual growing up with a silver spoon, or it was rough and tough?
I would say that my childhood period looked to be what we can actually say that is close to people that live with silver spoon, because I was living with my maternal granddad, who happened to be very rich. My father was a very poor man, but God actually changed his life. It's what you can say he became the first of the economy. But immediately I lost my mom when I was a year old. I was forced to be taken to my maternal grandmother. So I was living with him, and it's one of the richest men then, Chief Lowo Obisesan. He was a lawyer and a business man. He was fantastically doing well. So I was brought to his house, and that was the place where I was brought up. And you know, when somebody lost his mom at that kind of a very tender age, you know, those people that happen to be the grandparents, they want to spoil the grandchild by giving him the best they can afford to do. So I could say, averagely, I was actually brought up in that kind of a home. But later, anyway, I could say it was never been work.
Yes, we know you started your career years back.
Yeah.
Could you tell us when you started your career, and how was that starting point? You know, how was the starting point? Did you have everything to yourself, or you had to now be sourcing for? Tell us how was the starting point?
You know, because I must be honest with you, I first went to college education. So where eventually I became a lawyer in the year 1984-85. So it was the frustration because I was looking for a job after service and couldn't get a job as a teacher. So that actually frustrated me to go back to go and study history, BA history. So while I was there too, people were saying that that one too might not give me something that could be of a better thing in life. I should go and do something that is professional. But while I was given the admission to study law at the State University, my father then has actually, God has answered his prayer. Even though my mom's dad got me a car, which I've been using when I left secondary school. When my father discovered that it could be a kind of insult on his part, for the way those people have been looking at him as a poor man, which God has answered his prayer, he now bought me a 504. Then that was 1981-82, over 70-65. So that was the car I was using as a student when I was at the university to study law. So thank God that by the time I left university as a law graduate, I was given an admission. I was given the opportunity to work, to do the internship at AfricanCEO. So from that place, the old man was encouraging me because he noticed that Afri did not believe in anybody that is not industrious anyway. Since you have been doing something there as the internship, we will study you. So that is the place where they will start picking somebody that will work in the office. In fact, I actually appreciate that kind of style, and that is what I'm trying to introduce there. So from that place, he noticed me, and he's been giving me the word of encouragement that if you want to be a practicing lawyer, not just anybody that will just go to any bank or anywhere. So by the time I left law school, I was given an appointment at the church and then as the security coordinator. I was so happy because the money then looked to be very huge amount of money, and I said, so at the end of the day, I'm going to make it. So by the time I brought letter to Chief Agwalala's office, he informed me that you have not gotten a job. But if you like yourself, you just need to do what I've told you. But I did not like it. I was not really happy. So I got home, I told my wife, because I was just planning to get married then. So I told my wife that, Madam, this is what happened, and somebody said it's not going to be very good for us to be in legal practice, that I should go and get corporate body. But I should not be at the corporate body, I should come on. My wife said, don't mind them, you will not know what he's saying. So So at the end of the day, I made up my mind and I followed the old man's advice. So by the time I decided to start practice, I started at Afro. And ever since, I've been seeing that future will be very bright, because most of anything that you want to do there, even when some of my juniors are entertaining here that they cannot handle that place, I will say I can do it, and I will tell about that. But there is a way out. So that is how Chibabala formed a name for me as a go-getter. Never since I was, because I am a fearless man. I don't believe in entertaining fear for what you believe that you can do. So from that place, I was going home, and I must be honest with you, it was quite interesting, because by the time I started, people started coming to greet me. Even when I discovered that I don't have anything much about practice I can actually deliver to people, I believe everything strictly based on destiny. And you know, people in this world, when they discover that you know what you are doing and you are bold and courageous, they want to patronize you, because they will believe you will do it. Even when you tell somebody that if you know that this thing might be very rough for you to get through, I said there is no way I'm going to do it for you. The person will believe that the thing might be so difficult too, but he said you'll be able to do it. And if eventually God now allow you to do it, the impression will be formed, and they'll be telling everybody here and there. And because of that reason, I have large numbers of clients. So even that was how it started. And that eventually in the year 2000, somebody who was the head of the Afro chamber, Latif Adeniese, who happened to be my godfather, my mentor now, he now said, Lord, you are going with me. You know, I love you. And I said, I love you so much. Because why we are with Chief Adeniese, you know, is somebody who is very at top, and we have a lot of seniors. So most of the time, it's just dominantly is the time that Chief Adeniese will call me. I actually have one assignment for me, but it's always very important. But we are much closer to Adeniese than him. So Fagini will rate every council in that office that, okay, I believe this guy could do well. Since then, the man has been noticing me. So by the time he was about to leave after in the year, he said, hello, we are going together. So that was how I went there and became one of the head of the law firm there, the Mitope law firm. So I must be honest with you, when I got there too, it now appears as if in life I've never done even much. That as if God has been, keeping so many booties for me in custody. So when I got there, in fact, the kind of clients I was experiencing at the Afro, we can't just quantify it. People are coming, and when I lay hand on one case, God will help me to do it well. So the impression was on and on until 2007, when I said, okay, my plan for this place is not what I'm actually seeing. So let me just go and try it on my own. The way I want the law firm to be in Nigeria. I don't want the law firm that will bear anybody's name. Lowo Obisesan Co. So no, let it be a name like other good firms in the advanced country. So that was how I thought about having black and white law firm, because that is the color I love most. So and ever since we've started, you could see since morning people will be coming, and God has been assisting us. When they bring a case, we win the case. When they bring a project, God will assist us in getting a result for them. Even some lawyers, I don't want to mention that, I should be off the record, they come here to seek for God Himself. So we should give glory to Almighty God. And I think by the time some of my clients that actually love me now talk that I've always, because I'm in the line of criticizing something that is not good. If I see anything that is wrong, I will say this thing is wrong. So one of somebody who has taken me as his God's son. He has always been seeing me the way I talk, the way I relate most of the time. Now said, you've been saying that you are one of the ASN member. We have invited you time with that member to come and join PDP. You say, no, you can't be kind of a party that can be progressive. Okay, this government that you are supporting, we support it too. So when eventually we win the election, we now ask you to come and see what exactly we are going to see. I said, let's wait to that time. I went to holiday in abroad when I received the message that they have nominated me as one of the commissioners for the government in power. So I said that it's an idea that is working. So and ever since we have started, we have been giving glory to Almighty God, because people have seen that they really know what you are doing. And you will see from what I notice in this life is that just the have a vision and the focus. And whatever you want to do, be fearless. Particularly when you know that that thing is a cause that is achieved. You see, just know that with this thing you want to do it and you should do it well. And that has actually contributed and assisted us in most measure on the way of state books now.
Quite interesting, your background, quite interesting, your career. So tell us, would you say that you've never failed at one point in time? How many times have you failed and had to, rise up again and say, look, I have to get to that place that I'm going, I've not gotten there? How many times have you failed, if you can recall?
The only time I could say I recorded a failure was when I was in primary school, because I was a spoiled child. So they changed me from one school to the other because I would fail in this school. They would ask me to withdraw. They would take me to another school. I can give you an example. I started in 1967 at Old Memorial Nursery School. So later, I didn't know what they were saying. Then they took me away from the place. So I think I was taken to Arilago Memorial Nursery School. So the same thing happened. I went to Olubada Primary School. They withdrew me. So before my parents now forcefully took me to Victory's Nursery School. So that is where I managed to pass out my primary school education. Before it used to be something that always gave my grandpa in particular the kind of worrisome mind that I lost this guy's mom very early in life, and I think this guy should do well. What was the problem all about? Never I was a failure when I was a child, because I was very radical. I don't believe that there is anything in it. But later in life, well, surprisingly, God allowed me to surprise my parents.
Yes,
ever since I never recorded anything.
Yeah, tell us, how do you think politics is affecting Africa economy?
Definitely, the layer will say rec ipsa locator. The fact is speaking for itself. You see, we have never gotten good leaders in Nigeria. We should just continue to pray to Almighty God to change the minds, the vision and the mission of our leaders. Every one of them, when they get to the power, their belief is that they should enrich themselves, forgetting that it's only Almighty God that will allow you to spend whatever you enrich. And until when they know that, they will stop dealing with the public funds, the way they've been doing recklessly. Majority of them, they've forgotten Almighty God, that is the only one that will enrich you. They want to take undue advantage of the position they have found themselves to enrich themselves. And among the honest is go and check their homes. That's the reason why their children are not doing well. You see their children taking cocaine, heroin. Some of them are taking Indian drugs. That is the result of the aftermath of which they have used the public fund that is supposed to be used very well, abnormally. You see, the problem we are facing in Africa as a whole, not Nigeria alone, is that our leaders are still yet to realize that there is nothing that Almighty God does not give you that will remain in your hand forever. So we should just make a passionate play. And that thing is still in existence, even with the present day's administration that we have seen here and there. Only few of them that are just doing fine. Particularly, I'm not saying because I'm an Eastern are better off comparing with other states and what we are seeing there. And let me be honest with you, very soon everything will change, because I think changes is coming regularly. Since I was very young, I like black color. So when I see black color, something will be giving me kind of instinct. So I'm very happy. So by the time I was growing up, I used to tell my foster mom then that, Mommy, you see, because when I lost my mom, somebody that actually brought me up, she's a sister to my mom. But I never knew she's not my biological mom until I was 19, because she did very, very well, so we are very close. So she's still alive. So I used to tell my mom that I like black color. And I said, black color. When you now say you like black, so when you get your house, you paint it in black. When you have your car, people will say you have joined one particular demonic society. And I said, I like it. He said, just if you know, like white. white is better. And I say, okay, mommy, if I want to be using white and black in coffee, it's okay. I'm telling you, at the age of 9. And ever since, when they want to buy anything from me, which I would like, it has to be black or white, or black and white, or hash color. Because when you put black and hash together, it will come in natural. Black and white will come in natural. So that is the beginning of it. And by the time I started using it, there was a time I read something in the history of all the prophets. And I discovered that in that thing I got one kind of a context there that God created this world in black and white. And it must have been that the colored Almighty God likeness that I now said that is the way of dressing. And that is the name of the naming of my company. Eventually God will enrich me to have a company in life. So that's the genesis of black and white.
So apart from white and black, what are the other things? What are the other companies that you own, that you're CEO, principal partner, and all of that? What are the other things you do?
Let me give glory to Almighty God. I have the Lowo Nigerian Enterprises. I have local Nigerian enterprises, and I think they are doing well. And I have Lowo Nigerian Limited. I have black and white restaurants in Nigeria. I have one in Dubai and one is in Koton. It's very popular when you pay. It's a very big hotel. I don't tell anybody. I just need to be saying that one now. And I have our Lowo Enterprises Nigeria Limited. Which one will I remember? I have AfricanCEO in London, Shepherd's Bush. I have Taiba, that's the name of my mom, boutique in France. When I was very young, I've always been praying to Almighty God to make me busy in life. Because I know when you are very busy, you will not have time to be laying your hand on something that is demonic in nature, you know. And I believe God has answered my prayer. I've been managing them. God has been assisting me. Because the advantage I have is that when I meet friends like you, like this, I study you very well. Then I get used to people in no time. And I've been so lucky that none of them has actually disappointed me. So one of my nearly the one I have in France and London, I have a ladies friend who is in charge. And I have people, wives are working there too. They are fantastically doing well. And some of my, like you put on me, I have some, because the people of that countries are working there. And I just have somebody who happens to be a cousin who is assistant manager there. It has been controlled by white, one foreigner who happens to come from France. And some of the other ones too. I keep my hands on them. I think God is assisting me to make sure that they are flourishing very well. My advice is, and that one should be very important for us, particularly we that we actually believe that tomorrow we will be the leaders. That whatever we want to do, we should believe in ourselves. We should not believe in enriching ourselves through public fund, and believe that the easiest way to make money in life is to go through all the abnormal and devilish ways. By the time you believe in God, as only God that could make life easier for you, and you believe in being industrious and very hardworking, I believe sky will be the limit. So we should just appeal to our youths in particular, in Africa in general, to know that the best way to make it in life is to find a way to contribute to society. By the time you are doing that, one way or the other, God will say, you answer your prayer by making you benefit from it. Not that you should always see that every now and then you should make something from society. Think about what you can contribute. About this thing that we are talking about, this act of saying that I want people in my society, particularly in Africa, to have a better ways of doing things. For example, the hotel I have in the Republic of Guinea, it's not that I have the intention to have it there. It was because the way the country looks like there and you cannot get good money there. You see, I prefer to have everything in Nigeria. Here where people will be fully employed. I think it will be better for them. Look at numbers of people working in black and white all the time alone. We are more than 30 here. And because I know the 5 naira that is meant for me to eat, when I have 200 naira, it's not for me alone. It's for other people who could not get, to share from it. And that is my philosophy. And I pray that our other people who are in the country and the nation as a whole to think about themselves, not alone, but to think about other people.
Do you think that the current economic and security situation in Nigeria and Africa can be of assistance to the upcoming CEOs?
We change our principle, our philosophy, vision and mission. It will be better. But for now, we are a lost run. We don't know where we are going.
You see, lost run?
Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. We have not discovered where we are really going. We have not discovered. But I believe with prayer, God will take us there. We look at what we've been doing for the last 2.5 years, or let's say 2 years ago. It appears as if the nation hasn't known the place where they are going. The electricity, we have not overcome it. There's a leadership problem among the political parties. We shouldn't be. If you want to go and serve people, must you be fighting to be there? If you know that you have something good to offer people in the society, they are the one that will be saying, come, we need you. Not you should be fighting over power to be there. So for them to be doing that, you know that they have inordinate ambition to be one of our leaders. And the purpose of it is just to use themselves as a conduit pipe to siphon public. So you know that we don't know where we are going. And look at those people, they call themselves Boko whatever. They tweeted that they are fighting religious fight. Can anybody wage war in support of God? God is big enough to fight for himself. They are not fighting for any godly reasons. It is for their own selfish reasons that they are doing that.
But we heard that when they die, that 7 virgins are waiting for them in heaven that they will be enjoying.
No, Quran.
Is that part of what Quran is
let
teaching?
me be honest with you. You will discover that those people that are saying that, they don't know what they are saying. Or you say it in another way that probably they are insane. I'm telling you the truth. God has created this world for the purpose of we creatures to be enjoying themselves, not to be fighting each other. Why would God say that? Even when he says when you destroy something that he does, you are going to give explanation to it. So which good heaven will be waiting for them? There is nothing like that. But you see, all they are doing is just to make sure that they create problem for the world, for their own personal aggrandizement and enrichment. They know when they are doing this, some will be sponsoring them, that are getting their sources of wealth through the demonic way. So they will be sponsoring them, they will be giving them money. And that's why they are doing this. It's for their own selfish reason. It can't be for the interest of Almighty Allah. I read Quran very well. He has never said that. What it says about waging war in the line of Almighty God is not what they are saying. Even he has not said that when you see somebody who is not following your own path, you should be fighting the person. Talk to him by which you can convince him that what you are saying is the right way. It's not through the fight. There is no way in the Quran that it says that. But they will give it another meaning entirely for their own careful sense. And I know that whether we like it or not, God will judge us. I will say that I'm still a struggling human being like any other person. But I must say that, like I said, the problem we are facing and the only way by which we can overcome it is for the world as a whole to start making sure that in whatever we do, they have hands in it in Africa. It appears as if we are still wallowing in underdeveloping nature.
Are you saying Africa is not ripe enough to be able to do their own things themselves?
You see, to say that we are not ripe enough is not out of statement.
So you are requesting for another colonialism?
No, it's not. Even we are under neo-colonialism. We are not in colonialism. We have gotten out of that, but we are in new colonialism. Because indirectly, yeah, the advanced countries are still controlling us.
How?
You will discover that. Tell me, from what I'm saying now, the issue of electricity, there is no way. If actually they want to have in hand in overcoming our problem, they should have come to our assistance. I'm telling you the truth. But because they still want us to remain the way we are, and some of our leaders too, they want us to remain the way we are, so they cannot do what is expected of them. Let me be honest with you. The way we are doing, the way we are in Africa, it pleases most of these advanced countries because they are taking undue advantage of it. And we cannot blame them. We have to blame our leaders because they are not focused.
Are you saying the outside world are the ones saying we should embezzle the money we're supposed to use.
They are encouraging it because they are encouraging it. Until recent time, that Great Britain and US are taking a bold step. Most of the money they stole, they actually stole from this country will be kept in their country. They are just assisting us. So if they have taken all these right steps long time before now, I'm telling you, there is no way. Because when you steal money and there is no way where you are going to keep it, that means you are in problem. So you see no reason in stealing that money.
But the international world do not encourage money laundering.
They just started now. They just started. Go and trace the history of what I'm saying. And up till now, I can still tell you that most of the money these people, stole from this country, they kept in advanced country. You see, there are better ways if actually they want to put a lasting solution to it. The world knows what they should do. The world knows what should do. Because we are still on need, and the problem is that some of our leaders now, when they wine and dine with some of these other lizards in the other part of the world, they know how they get away with all these ones. And that is part of the problem we are having. If it is true that the Igbo people want to assist us, particularly the issue of this electricity, the issue of other things that leadership problem, they know the best thing to do. When they wanted to assist, the American wanted to assist Liberia, see what they did there. Are they not enjoying their democracy now? But this country we are so unlucky. You see, there is no way a child will start growing. You will have somebody who will be, directing his life on how to do it. But when that child is so unfortunate to have a wrong parent, he will not know where to go, because it was the Britain that colonized us. Up to now, they still have influence in whatever we do. But when it comes to the issue of telling our leaders the truth and finding a way of letting them know what they should do, they will not do that. That is the time they will not. We know what is going on. Every one of us know. But when we don't have power, what can we do? But one day, Almighty Allah will come and He will intervene.
What's your worth in US dollars? Sorry.
In US dollars?
Yes, what's your worth? We know you're a successful entrepreneur.
I have never said that though.
We know.
No, it is me that will tell you that it is true.
So what's your worth?
I don't worth anything in dollars, because when you are an investor, by the time you get a little thing that you probably make from this kind of a business that you are doing, you invest it. So which means that you don't have anything in your account. Investment is just thinking about this today, let it start going on. And by the time you are paying the salary for the workers, there is no way you can make $10 in your account.
Well, to help my colleague, if you actually quantify all your companies, what is the worth of all the companies?
The US dollar. I don't know what you say in Naira. I don't know about US dollar. I'm not an American.
Okay, what is the worth in Naira? We can do the conversion.
The fact still remains that I'm an ordinary man like you. I like investment, and I know that I have people working in few places that God has created for me, which is what I actually been going for, to be relevant and be useful to my people. I haven't got money. I'm just like any other person that works.
So in all the companies that you mentioned now, what is the staff strength?
Okay, I think relatively, I'll have nothing less than 60 people working for me now.
Both here and abroad?
Exactly. They are small places.
Okay. What?
Let me be honest.
Okay.
We 204 people. I don't need to listen, because we want to count people here too. And in my house, there's more than
204.
Yeah.
204. Okay. What are those business? Let's look at it from this angle. Many successful businessmen right now in Africa are now venturing into politics. What is the motivating factor?
Those who actually mean well, they will probably believe in themselves, because if you can have a place that you have run successfully well, and you know that this is the way this society could be, probably by virtue of your extensive exposures, that you want this place to be like this. You might say, if I join these people and I so lucky to be part of the members of the cabinet or administration, I'll be able to do one or two things the way things are supposed to be. Maybe that is what is actually urging many people to come now. But some are joining because they believe the easiest way to make money now is to be in politics. So I don't share that idea. I
But are you saying ordinarily a successful businessman should be a successful leader in politics?
If one is a successful business person, if you haven't got enough brain and good sense of administration, you're not success in your business. So that kind of sense of administration that you have, if you introduce it into politics, it will actually have a good positive result.
So who is your mentor?
My mentor,
tell us, just listening.
One is then Chief of Balala. Then Latif Fagemi say, when you say your mentor, people that one way or the other God has used them for you to climb. Then there is the present governor of Africa. I'm being honest with you. Because when they nominated my name, and if he says no, nobody can actually force him for doing that. So for him to have done that, I still see him as one of my mentors. Because through him, people who have not known me before, they have known me. So there is no way you write your issue and forget.
So are you aiming to be one of the richest men in Africa?
No, I'm not. That's not my ambition. My ambition is to be useful to my people in Nigeria and Africa. So, and to let them feel my impact that God has created me to come and serve in this world.
So in 2 years, what should we expect from you in 2 years?
I can't expect anything. It's only Almighty God that will say this is where you should be. In the next 2 years, God knows where I will be. I just pray that God should not take me before that time and after that time, at least for let me live long. But to say that in the next year I will be this, I will be that, no, it's a stupid man thought.
Sorry, before we round up, is any of your company on the stock exchange in markets?
I don't say that. I'm sorry. I don't want to say anything about that. I'm sorry, my dear sister. I appreciate all your questions. And I still tell you, I'm a member. Those one I've mentioned are just companies that I believe I'm the chairman. I have other one that I'm a shareholder, which I would not like to disclose.
So what's your parting words to... Your parting words, who are those group of people you'd like to give advice to or to say something?
Yeah, I've just said that we should all learn to be of good use to our society and to not to start thinking about ourselves, we should think about our people in the world and find a way by which we'll be contributing to better their life.
On a softer note, sir,
yeah.
What's your political ambition?
Ambition? I leave everything to the hand of God. I leave everything to the hand of God. It's only God that will say this is what you are going to do. In the last 2 years, if anybody asks me that you want to be a commissioner, I say I'll tell them I'm far from it because I so much love my work. I hardly, in fact, since I became a commissioner, I hardly travel. It doesn't please my interest. I travel nearly every let me say 3 weeks. A month, maximum, I will be out of the country to see one or two things and be whether they are doing fine also, and to see think which other area we can still invest upon. So I never thought I could become a commissioner. And if tomorrow God still have that good plan for me, who am I to say no, Almighty Allah? I don't know what is going to happen.
So how do you relax?
You see, I'm a socialite. I like enjoyment. Except this is because I don't have money. I like enjoying very, very well. I party and I like having my friends around me where I enjoy. But in the recent time, I think I've restricted it for security reasons and to ensure that one run away from blackmail, all those kind of things. So the rest house I mentioned to you, I have one very close to my house too. Because of that reason, I told the company to think about making one beside my area. They call it black and white rest house. So if I want to do anything there, that's where I enjoy myself. I go there. If I want to enjoy, I call people like you who are happy to be my good friend. We have chat together with a bottle of wine, and I go back home.
So when do you intend, because you just said we're your friends, when do you intend
calling
us
anytime
to come and relax?
Anytime that even you want to sleep there,
that was very lovely. Yeah. We appreciate a nice time with you. We're sorry for taking your time.